in revolving it all back to ECT, there was a lot of upsets, which I do kind of want to talk about as part of this talk as well. I did see the whole first to 2, first to 3 nonsense, and it's like, oh man, my favorite player lost in first to 2. See, I told you this game was volatile. It's like, everyone's playing in the first to 2. I don't get it. Like, what? Why is these players losing early be an issue? Players lost early in Tekken in the last tournament. What's the problem? And mind you, I'm gonna be real with you. I have no problem with first to 2 or first to 3. I'm good with both. I'm telling you, I'm not against either. If you want to say first to 3, I'm here for it. You want to say first to 2, I'm here for it. My only beef is PS5. Other than that, I'm here for it. Whatever you're tossing at me, let's get it. I want to prove I'm good. I want to use the tournament as a method to test my abilities, see how good I am, meet new people. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just it doesn't just stop there, right? You know? But it's like I'm over it. Like, this becomes the same rigmarole over and over again. It's like, it's okay. Maybe your favorite player just wasn't doing good that day. Like, and I'm being objective. I'm not even saying, like, hopefully no one misconstrues my words. It's not saying, oh, they're ass. Oh, that Kensou guy says that they suck. They don't suck. They're fucking great ass players. They've proven that they're fucking good. It's just, they're human. Like, sometimes, as a human being, you can fuck up. You can lose. You can make mistakes. Like, it's like, bro, you weren't the perfect boyfriend to your girlfriend, and your girlfriend wasn't the perfect girlfriend to you either. You wasn't the perfect kid growing up. You're not the perfect kid playing the game. You're not even perfect at your job. You expect them to be perfect? Come on. Unrealistic expectations. Everyone's human. People can make mistakes. People can lose. And that's just it. That's okay. That's what opens up, fortunately, more doors for other players to do well. There's so many good, like, dude, the amount of players that are grinding Street Fighter 6 just in particular is actually insane. And they all want a chance to either get in the Capcom Cup, do well at EVO, do well at whatever events that like they go to. And these are people I've never even seen before. And I'm like, yo, these guys are pretty damn good. Hold on. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, there's nothing wrong with watching some newer players do work. It shouldn't always be Problem X, Ending Walker. Hey, guess what? Before there was Problem X and Ending Walker, there were other players. You know what I'm saying? Why can't we accept that there are new people coming into the scene doing well? Why does it always have to be the same people? I've been around the scene for a fucking long ass time. You know what I mean? I mean, no one's vouched for me like that either, but you know what I'm saying? There are some people who do, but I'm saying it's not that crazy as people make it out to be. Like, it's not a matter of, oh, the tournament structure is bad because Street Fighter 6 is volatile. Hey, guess what? Why don't we learn to play Street Fighter 6 in a manner that's more stable instead of constantly pushing the game is volatile? The game is good, you know? Instead of arguing about why it's volatile, why don't you, like, because take for example, right? BB Tag in the beginning, oh man, that game was wild. It was the Wild Wild West. But as people learn, they ain't trying to get hit and not take no kind of crazy damage. Neutral leveled itself out. And then people weren't getting hit crazily. They were moving around, maneuvering better, baiting things better, and like the game changed. Now granted, if you got caught by Ruby Gordo early on in season 1, alright, I'm sorry, it sucks. But it didn't change the fact that people's, like, the volatility, the quote unquote volatility, and I swear these buzzwords, context, volatile, these words are just buzzwords that are just, in my opinion, just dumb. They're just trying to sound smarter than what they really are in terms of just trying to explain, like, the game. The reality is, like, the whole volatility and all, none of that is relevant. The game can be explosive, yes. You can mitigate the explosiveness by playing better. Yes, round 2 and or 3 can be super explosive because of the meter and the resources available to each player. Yes, that's any Street Fighter though. That's not relegated to just Street Fighter 6. The problem is people point too many fingers of the old games and then look at Street Fighter 6 and be like, see, it's not like this. Well, no shit, it's Street Fighter 6. Add whatever numbers you want. You want to go from 3 plus 3. You want to go from 4 plus 2. You want to go from 5 plus 1. It is that. This is the game that you're playing. Looking backwards won't help you. There are some concepts that will help you, but going backwards doesn't help you as a whole. You have to accept the game for what it is. Now, in regards to the volatility or the first to two, first to three, you could say the same thing about Street Fighter 4 or Street Fighter 5. But the reality is, whatever the rules are the rules, and you have to play within that means. And that's not hard. You can stabilize yourself in the game, even if it means picking a different character, right? You have ways to stabilize yourself in the game. If you let someone run you over, listen, I ran over people so fast in Guilty Gear, and motherfuckers were not running and saying, yo, first to three Guilty Gear. I'm playing the lowest HP character in the game, and I'm deleting people. Stop. I just know how to beat you really quickly. But without knowing how to play that well, I can't run you over. You know, if you get and don't get it twisted, even a good player can get ran over on. It's like any given Sunday, man. Like, the game is hard to be consistent in. I think that's what's not being accepted. Is like Street Fighter 6 is a very difficult game to be consistent in. You see what I'm saying? And that's just the reality. Like, if every tournament was the same top players in the same top 8s, it wouldn't be as exciting. And I think that could also be another reason why people want that. They just want to see the same people win, and it's like, I don't want to see the same people win. There's too many people playing the game to watch the same people win. It's just the level of, it's just like the varying degrees of skill that some players need to get to in order to get to the next level to be able to compete or beat said players or beat their demons or what have you, or get to the next step. It is difficult. But like, when we just sum it up as, oh, first to three, oh, well, if it was first to three, you know, Angry Bird wouldn't have lost, or insert this player wouldn't have lost. It's like, stop option selecting for them. Let them speak for themselves and let them play. If their words are, yeah, we really want first to three, then let them speak. But like, you don't have to dictate it. Or if the community as a whole wants first to three, then push for it. But like, using it as an excuse as to why your favorite player lost, that's just unrealistic expectations. I understand you'd I don't think anyone expected It Is On to make it that far. It's Geef. And what do we constantly hear about Geef? Oh, Geef isn't that good. Geef's not top 5. Geef's not this. Geef's not that. But somehow, some way, Geef won the tournament. Again. Mena won before the nerfs, and then It Is On won after the nerfs. Skill issue, maybe? I said nothing. The results are there. That is a general question. Is that a skill issue? Is It Is On just that godlike? But what are we gonna say? Oh, Geef's top 5? What is it now? Like, what's, see what I'm saying? Like, part of the problem is there's so many excuses. No one accepts that you can be good at the game too. Just put in the work. First to two, first three doesn't matter. Like, the pressure's gonna be on no matter whether it's first to two, first to three, first to 5, first to 10, first to 7. The pressure's gonna be on to perform. It's about having a strong mental game and being able to perform no matter what the set count is. And that's reality. Oh, first to three allows for adaptation. I know that. But you gotta work to get to the first to three. You know, if they do first to three for the entire event, with how many competitors are entering Street Fighter 6, they'd have to go for, we might have to go 4-day events if that's the case. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people to facilitate for first to three. I'm not against it, mind you. It just means one more day I gotta be there. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think people are gonna be able to get a 4-day weekend. You know, that's just the reality. I don't see that happening. So, especially if you make top 8 from Thursday to Sunday, that's a long slog. That's a lot of games you gotta sit through. But I mean, if that's what you, now I will say this though, in defense, as a counterpoint, I do understand the notion of wanting the best players to win, obviously. 2, for spending the money, you want to get more bang for your buck. Also understood. I want to see all of that, but I'm just of the opinion, and I'm not keeling over it, mind you. It's just, if they're not going to offer that, then okay, that part sucks. So what are we gonna do about that? That's how I feel. You know, the good thing is you don't have to go offline if you don't want to. TNS is right there, Can Opener is right there, freaking Casa Bunch is right there. You have your own personal locals you can go to in your own region. You don't gotta go anywhere. You can just stay home. You could probably gain more opportunities. You could probably gain just as many opportunities being at home and doing well than you could leaving the house. Me, I'm leaving the house because I want to meet more new people who obviously watch my stuff. and 2, go touch some grass. So that's cool for me to meet people all the time. I love meeting new people. But, you know, I don't think we need to spend all this time like option selecting for players and their losses. I think we can still grow and be better. How do I think? We can still grow and be better. That's really what it boils down to. We can always grow and be better players, be better than what we were, be better players, be better people, be better. You know what I mean? We can be better in both. But it's gonna take some time. And I would, you know, I thought season 2 would have been a bit, it is different, but like I think the mentality about the game is still roughly the same. I don't think it'll change that much, especially here on the NA side of things, but I mean, that's not up to me to change anyone's minds, or I'm not here to change how people feel about the game. It's fine, you know, but just don't make, just don't make excuses for that, you know. If it's an input error, okay, stuff happens, I get it, you know, but like, to say that it's the format is why a player's losing is kind of unfair. It's very unbecoming and very unfair for the people who are going through those brackets in First 2. So, again, you have ways to facilitate your First 3. There's the online tournaments, definitely offer that, so that is an option. It's not, and you see what I'm saying? Like it's not like there's no options, or you just don't play in tournament. You know, there are rules in place for a reason. So I don't know. I want to see the best for the scene overall, and that's not just for Street Fighter, that's for all the games. I want all the games to have the best immersion in terms of a tournament environment as well. I want to see the best players win. I want to see new players win. I want to see the game at the highest level as much as possible, and see some up and comers at the same time. Essentially, that's what I want, you know, personally, and that's for all fighting games, because it's cool when there's like, you know, Daigo been holding it down, you know. Daigo pushing well over 40, but he's still pushing. Sako pushing over 42, and he's doing work as well. I want to see the thickest girl characters. Yeah, me too, of course. But you know, and it's funny you say that, right? I know you're trolling, but I'll add to it and say I also want to see some female gamers. There's a lot of females out here that do work too. So, you know, I want to see it all. I want to see inclusion of, you know, the ladies doing work. Love to see more female-oriented events that are just female only. I know they do have those, but I don't see enough of them. More exhibitions, all kinds of stuff. I like to see all of that shit. Like, fighting games are just super fucking cool to just be relegated to just, oh, there's just First 2, First 3. That's why I was happy to see the Beast Cup happen at ECT. I want to see more team events too. But yeah, we'll see. I'm just hoping for the best.